In this video we are going to talk about why is going to space so important to Elon Musk and what will he accomplish in 2021? So before starting this video, please like this video, subscribe and turn on the notification to our channel for future updates. Mr. Elon Musk, it's through SpaceX, his other company, which has grown into a major player in the private space technology industry. Space Exploration Technologies Corp. SpaceX is a Hawthorne, California-based aerospace manufacturer and space transportation services provider. Elon Musk founded it in 2002 with the goal of lowering space transportation costs so that Mars could be colonized. SpaceX has developed several launch vehicles and rocket engines, as well as the Dragon cargo spacecraft and the Starlink satellite constellation, which provides internet access, and the SpaceX Dragon 2 has flown humans and cargo to the International Space Station. In addition to satellite launches and other rocket innovations, the company announced that by the end of the year, it will launch its first all-civilian crew into orbit in a mission called Inspiration 4. NASA astronauts have already been transported to the International Space Station by SpaceX, and the company plans to transport more, as well as private astronauts, at a high cost. Mr. Musk's most ambitious claim is that SpaceX will land humans on Mars by 2026. To do so, the private company will use a portion of the nearly $3 billion in funding it has raised over the last year, including $850 million announced this month in a regulatory filing. We all know that 2020 was a no-good, horrible, frightening, tumultuous year to be remembered for the coronavirus pandemic. But it was a good year for space enthusiasts, with bits of promising news amidst the bleak headlines of disease, economic hardship, and protests. SpaceX has successfully launched astronauts to the International Space Station on 2 occasions. NASA sent a rover to Mars, where it collected a sample from a 200 million mile away asteroid. Even more good news is possible in 2021. Here's a sample of what the new year may bring. Elon Musk's SpaceX goals. Musk has stated that one of his objectives is to reduce the cost and increase the reliability of space access by a factor of 10. I believe $500 per pound or less is very achievable, CEO Elon Musk said. Musk has also stated that he wants almost anyone to be able to travel to space. One of SpaceX's main goals has been to develop a reusable launch system that can be reused quickly. The active test campaign of the low-altitude, low-velocity Grasshopper flight test vehicle, as well as a high-altitude, high-speed Falcon 9 post-mission booster return test campaign, were both publicly announced as of March 2013. On December 21, 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first orbital rocket stage. Using a small number of SpaceX employees, SpaceX formed a subsidiary, The Boring Company, in 2017 and began work on a short test tunnel on and adjacent to the SpaceX headquarters and manufacturing facility, which was completed in May 2018 and opened to the public in December 2018. The Boring Company was spun out into a separate corporate entity in 2018, with SpaceX receiving 6% of the equity, early employees receiving less than 10%, and Elon Musk receiving the remaining equity. Musk announced his plans to build large spaceships to reach Mars at the International Astronautical Congress (IAC) in 2016. Musk planned to send at least 2 unscrewed cargo ships to Mars in 2022 using the Starship. The initial missions would be used to locate water sources and construct a propellant plant. In 2024, Musk also planned to send 4 more ships to Mars, including the first humans. Additional missions would then work to establish a colony on Mars. However, these objectives are being postponed. Musk's support for long-term settlement on Mars extends far beyond what SpaceX plans to build. Successful colonization of Mars would entail many more economic actors, including individuals, businesses, and governments, to help the human presence on Mars grow over many decades. SpaceX and its future. SpaceX plans to fly astronauts to the International Space Station for the 3rd time this year after 2 successful missions. Crew 2, the agency's second fully operational mission, is set to launch a quartet of astronauts in the spring from Florida's Kennedy Space Center. The company will then launch Crew 3 in the fall. NASA hasn't had regular flights to the space station from the United States since the Space Shuttle. If everything goes according to plan, SpaceX will succeed the shuttle, filling a major gap in America's spaceflight program in a watershed moment for what was once a brash startup. Late this year, SpaceX plans to launch a mission for Axiom Space, a Houston-based firm that has purchased a 4-person trip to the International Space Station. Former NASA astronaut Michael Lopez Allegra, who now works for Axiom, would join 3 private citizens on the mission, including Eitan Stib, an Israeli former fighter pilot. The other 2 tourists are expected to be announced by Axiom in the near future. SpaceX's plans include flying humans aboard its Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft. The company is continuing to test its Starship spacecraft, a next-generation vehicle that resembles a flying grain silo but could one day transport people to Mars, according to Musk. NASA is hopeful that it will be a success. As part of its effort to return astronauts to the Moon, NASA is investing $135 million in Starship. Musk, who is known for his wildly optimistic timelines, has stated that he hopes the spacecraft will be able to reach orbit in 2021. The company is also moving forward with another incredibly difficult project, a plan to flood Earth orbit with thousands of satellites that would beam internet signals to ground stations, providing broadband access to rural areas. In 2020, SpaceX made significant progress toward that goal, launching more than 16 batches of satellites and establishing a pilot program. More are expected to be launched in 2021, marking SpaceX's transition from a rocket company to an internet service provider after the Federal Communications Commission awarded the company $886 million for the project. So that's it for today's video. What do you think of our list? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notification before you go. Thanks for watching.